Hey there, friends. Thanks for checking in. When there's an armed robbery, the average response is, he's got a gun! He's got a gun! And everybody freaks out. And that would be normal. Somebody walks into a bar, walks into a restaurant, holding on to a high-point carbine, waving it around. People would begin to freak out, but not this guy. You may have seen this. This guy's known as the world's chillest man. So he's sitting in a bar, and a guy walks in with a high-point carbine, most likely demanding people to get on the ground. You can see the other patrons getting on the ground, cooperating, hands up. They don't want any bit of this guy. Meanwhile, the world's chillest man is sitting at the bar, drinking his beer and checking his phone. Completely unfazed by the situation, the robber comes up to him, sticks his high-point carbine right in his side. Meanwhile, the guy's checking his phone. The robber grabs for the phone, and the guy fights back. And he wins. He grabs his phone, puts it down, and continues to drink his beer calmly while everybody else is on the ground, and this guy proceeds to rob the place. Now, as this is happening, this guy goes behind the bar. The world's chillest man, he just sits there as if nothing's happening. Everybody else is on the ground. They've got their hands up. They're scared to get shot. They're fearful of this guy. The world's chillest man shows no fear whatsoever. Now, this is the part that kind of strikes me as unique. He said that he had a very good feeling that this guy was not out to harm somebody. You know, we all have that inner voice inside of us. Most of the time it is when something bad happens. Something happens, we hear this voice and we get this feeling to get out of this situation now. Or this scenario is no good, leave. Or these people need to be avoided. You know, there's something there about them, and we need to trust those feelings. Those strong voices typically seldom let us down. This guy had a strong feeling that this robber was not out to harm anybody, and he was completely fine, and it showed in his actions. So as this robber's behind the bar, he's still waving the high-point carbine around. He points it right at the guy, and the guy lights a cigarette, of all things. Completely calm. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because I think it's funny, and also it teaches us that when you remain calm, typically you give the impression that I am not scared, I am not fazed by you, I will not be intimidated by you. And I think that's what happened, because this guy he left his world's chillest man alone. He's just like, okay, you know what, you win this, I'm walking out of here with some cash. So he proceeded to give some of the other patrons a hard time. He left this guy alone. He ends up walking out of the bar with $200. It's later reported that he got caught, he was arrested, and that's what happened. The world's chillest man said, I just had a real good feeling that this guy wasn't out to harm anybody, and he was right. I don't think I would act that way. I doubt many of you guys would act that way. Matter of fact, I have a good feeling of how you would react. However, the world's chillest man was unfazed. He checked his phone, he smoked a cigarette, he drank his beer, and didn't even care about that. He listened to his inner voice. He remained calm, and he was not intimidated by this guy, even when he was armed and had that gun facing at him. I found this kind of funny and educational at the same time, and thought you may as well. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.